Okay, so hi everyone, this is Saloni, your host from Team Pankhuri, and I hope y'all are doing absolutely great. So, as you all know, that today we are going to start. Today is our last day of our cupcake baking class, and I hope that everybody is really excited for it. So, if you all are, please let me know in the chat section that you all are really excited, and we will be starting with the session very soon. So, yes, I can see a lot of messages here that feel so nice. And I think, Dakshita, a lot of people are saying hi to you too.
Hi guys, hello everyone. I cannot see anybody's message today, so Saloni is our mode of communication to each other today. Okay.
Yeah, and I promise to take all the question and queries. We'll deal with everything today.
Perfect.
Okay, so yes, it's 5-1. I think we can start with the session.
Okay. So, hi guys, welcome back today. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's class, and we are going to continue today. I saw a lot of people trying out yesterday's cupcakes. A few people also had doubts, which I have tried to deal with. However, in case I have missed upon any doubt, uh, I'm discussing a few right now. And even if your doubts still remain unanswered, you can always just go back on the group and post me a message. Okay? One of the doubt was, how do I increase or reduce the recipe? Guys, if you want to increase or reduce the recipe, double up or half all your ingredients. Baking powder, baking soda included. Okay? So if you are increasing the recipe, double your baking soda, double your baking powder, double your curd, double your oil, sugar, flour, everything is double. If you're reducing the recipe, half your baking soda, half your baking powder, everything is half. Cool?
सो आप जब भी अगर अपना मेजरमेंट जो है बढ़ा रहे हैं, अपने कपकेक्स को आप और ज़्यादा कपकेक्स बनाना चाहते हैं, तो इन दैट केस आपको अपने इंग्रेडिएंट्स की जो क्वांटिटी है उसको डबल करना होगा। एंड अगर आप अपने इंग्रेडिएंट्स को मतलब कम कपकेक्स अगर आपको बनाने हैं, तो आप उसी के अकॉर्डिंग उसको हाफ कर देंगे। जब हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि आपको इंग्रेडिएंट्स बढ़ाने या घटाने हैं, तो इसमें बेकिंग सोडा एंड बेकिंग पाउडर दोनों ही इंक्लूडेड है। आप उसको भी अगर आप बढ़ा रहे हैं तो उसको भी बढ़ाएंगे, एंड अगर कम कर रहे हैं तो उसको भी कम करेंगे। ओके,
Temperature remains the same, preheating time remains the same, and even the baking time remains the same. ठीक है, आपका टेम्परेचर, बेकिंग टाइम, मोड ऑफ बेकिंग, इसी में कोई फर्क नहीं आएगा, सिर्फ इंग्रेडिएंट्स में फर्क आएगा। ठीक है। Another doubt was, if I do not have a cupcake tin or silicone molds, how can I make this? Guys, your recipe for cupcakes and a normal cake is the same. So if you do not have a cupcake liner, if you do not have a cupcake mold, you can make an entire cake out of it. ठीक है, तो अगर आपके पास कपकेक लाइनर, कपकेक मोल्ड नहीं है, तो पूरा का पूरा केक बना सकते हो आप सेम रेसिपी का। ओके। And lastly, somebody just posted that their cupcakes had cracks on top. It is okay to have cracks. Ideally, it does not mean that your it has not been baked properly or something. It just means that either you overbeated your batter, either the temperature inside the OTG was high, or you filled in your liners more than what was required. ठीक है, but it is fine क्योंकि ideally you have to frost your cupcakes, तो इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay. Oh, Saloni, I guess there's somebody in the waiting room. Okay.
yeah, okay, I'll check that. So yes, I think we can start with the today's recipes now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So let's first start with our bubble gum one. ठीक है, सबसे पहले bubble gum वाला बना. Again, the first step remains the same. Take in your sugar along with your oil. And give them both a good mix. Once you mix both these ingredients together, add in your curd. Again, your curd can be homemade curd. It is not necessary to get a Greek yogurt or hung yogurt. Just ensure that your curd does not have a lot of water. That is it. Okay. Once you add your curd and you have given it a good mix, just a second. So, Saloni, am I still visible and audible?
Yes, you are visible and audible.
Okay. So once you add your curd, add in your baking soda and baking powder. Okay, so किसी का मैसेज ये भी था कि उनको 1/8 कप या 1/8 टीस्पून नहीं समझ आ रहा था. So if you do not have 1/8 cup, 1/8 cup is 1/8 cup is 2 tablespoons, and your 1/8 teaspoon is 2 pinches. ठीक है, तो अगर 1/8 कप नहीं है तो 2 टेबलस्पून होता है, और अगर 1/8 टीस्पून नहीं है तो इट इज 2 pinches. ठीक है. Similarly, 1/4 cup will be 1/4 cup will be 4 tablespoons. ऐसे करके you can measure in tablespoons also. Okay. Now that we have this frothy mixture, we'll start by adding our dry ingredients. For that, let me just get a sieve, and Saloni can explain these ingredients in Hindi till then.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, Dakshita, can you please explain it in Hindi once? I was busy taking the questions there.
Just so
Yeah.
हमने सबसे पहले इसमें चीनी डाला था. चीनी डालने के बाद हमने उसमें तेल डाला था. चीनी, कैस्टर शुगर, आप पाउडर शुगर भी यूज कर सकते हो. अगर पाउडर शुगर यूज कर रहे हो तो छान के यूज करोगे. फिर आप उसमें तेल डालोगे. आपका तेल फ्लेवरलेस होना चाहिए. आलमंड ऑयल, ऑलिव ऑयल, मस्टर्ड ऑयल, ये वाले ऑयल आप नहीं यूज करोगे. आपका ऑयल, आप कैनोला ऑयल, सफोला, फॉर्चूना यूज कर सकते हो. उसके बाद आप इसमें हमने दही डाला था. आप घर का बना दही यूज कर सकते हो, नहीं तो अमूल, मदर डेयरी, कोई भी दही यूज कर सकते हो. ठीक है. दही अच्छे से मिलाने के बाद हमने बेकिंग सोडा एंड बेकिंग पाउडर अभी इसमें डाल दिया. ठीक है. बेकिंग सोडा, बेकिंग पाउडर डालने के बाद we are now adding all purpose flour to it. तो हमने इसमें मैदा डाला है. हम मैदे को छान लेते हैं. अबे, this is our basic vanilla batter. What essence you add right now will depend upon the flavor you need. ठीक है. ये एक बेसिक वेनिला बैटर है. अब आप इसमें कौन सा एसेंस डालते हो ये आपकी मर्जी है. I have bubblegum essence from again Fab, so I am using bubblegum. If you do not have bubblegum, you can add plain vanilla essence and make vanilla cupcakes. If you have butterscotch, you can add butterscotch essence into it. ठीक है. तो जो भी एसेंस का आपको बनाना है आप सिर्फ वो ऐड करोगे. एंड हम बहुत ही थोड़ा सा एसेंस डालते हैं, सिर्फ 2 से 3 ड्रॉप. ठीक है. Only a few drops of essence is required, especially the essence which fall into this premium quality. ठीक है. So 2 types होते हैं. One is a vanilla essence, which is this big bottle, and it's a normal essence. These are superior quality essences and they only need to go in a few drops. Otherwise बहुत ज़्यादा flavorful हो जाएगा cupcake. And to this only, now this is again optional. I have this confetti. I add this also.
Dakshita, these are the sprinklers, right?
हाँ, confetti are
Okay.
sprinkled, right?
Okay. So, Aarti ma'am, for your question, we have already explained the 1/4 and 1/8 cup. I will request you to please watch the recording once and it will be more clear. आप एक बार रिकॉर्डिंग्स चेक कर लीजिएगा अभी सेशन के बाद, तो आपको ये चीज और इजीली क्लियर हो जाएगी. एंड इफ इन केस इट डज नॉट, देन यू कैन लेट अस नो इन द
I have
course group,
also
and we'll try.
texted it in the group. 1/8 teaspoon, 1/8 cup, 1/4 teaspoon, and 1/4 cup. I have written down in the group what is what, how much.
Yeah, so you can check that in the group also, and in case you did not find it, we'll try to send it once again.
Okay. Now give it a good mix. And we have our bubblegum and confetti base ready. If you check the PDF, I have only written bubblegum essence and not the confetti, because adding confetti is optional in the bubblegum cupcakes. If you add confetti, if you have confetti or if you have these sprinklers, you can. Okay. Again, these sprinklers are a mixture of my homemade sprinklers plus market ones. You can just use the market ones if you do not know how to make homemade sprinklers. If you want to learn how to make homemade sprinklers, it is already present on my Instagram feed. So you can use that recipe to make your own sprinklers. ठीक है. अभी PDF में हमने सिर्फ बबलगम एसेंस डाला था, क्योंकि बबलगम कपकेक में आइडियली स्प्रिंकलर्स नहीं जाते हैं. आई एम जस्ट शोइंग कि इसमें एक और वेरिएशन ये है कि आप स्प्रिंकलर्स डाल लो. अगर आप पे स्प्रिंकलर्स नहीं है तो आप छोड़ सकते हो. अगर आपको ये वाले जो मैंने स्प्रिंकलर्स डाले हैं, ये घर वाले स्प्रिंकलर्स और बाहर के स्प्रिंकलर्स दोनों का मिक्सचर है. अगर आप पे सिर्फ बाहर के स्प्रिंकलर्स हैं, आप सिर्फ वो भी डाल सकते हो. अगर आपको घर पे स्प्रिंकलर्स बनाना नहीं आता और आपको बनाने हैं, तो मेरे इंस्टा पेज पे ऑलरेडी रेसिपी है कि घर पे कैसे स्प्रिंकलर्स बना सकते हैं. ठीक है.
Okay. So somebody was asking that is it necessary to use hung curd or something like that? So no, you are not. It is not necessary to use the hung curd. You can use the curd that is available at your home. जो घर की दही होती है आप वो भी यूज कर सकते हैं. ऐसा कोई कंपल्शन नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ hung curd ही यूज करना है. Somebody was asking that do we not need to add milk in the cupcake or in the cakes?
In the vanilla one, no, you do not need to add. For your chocolate ones, we'll be adding milk.
Okay. So there was one more question, that can we add pan masala essence or is it compulsory to add colors in it?
I didn't understand this question. Essence and color तो अलग-अलग चीज हो गया ना?
And they have asked two questions together.
हाँ, you please differentiate the question and I'll answer that then.
Okay, so they are asking that like you have added the bubblegum essence here. If they want to add pan masala essence here, can they add that?
Yeah, you can add any essence. So जितना भी vanilla bases होते हैं, vanilla flavor में जितने भी essences डालते हैं, उसका base recipe यही है. ठीक है, so you can go ahead and add any essence you want to.
Okay. And is it necessary to add colors in the cupcake or they can just skip it?
So it depends upon your choice. If I want a pink color bubblegum cupcake, I'll add pink color to the batter. But if I don't want a pink color batter, so I'll not. जैसे कल in the lemon mojito cupcake, we added yellow color in the batter for a yellowish cupcake. That is the reason we added. But today in the bubblegum one, I just added confetti.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, whenever I whip my cream, it starts to melt. So what do you believe I'm doing wrong here?
You are not doing anything wrong. It might be hot at your place, and whipping cream drops down in temperature very, very fast. So we discussed two methods yesterday. I am so sorry. Just give me a second.
Okay, sure. Don't worry, Sarah. I'll be telling you that too.
Okay. So yeah, you are not doing anything wrong. Whipping cream falls flat very, very soon. So we discussed two methods yesterday. Either add a bowl of ice below or work in an AC room.
ओके, सो या तो आप नीचे बोल रख सकते हैं आइस का अगर आपकी जो विपिंग क्रीम है वो बहुत जल्दी मेल्ट हो रही है तो उसके लिए, और या तो आप एसी में काम कर सकते हैं. दोनों में से जो भी आपको इजी पड़े.
राइट, तो अभी हम दूसरा वाला बैटर बना लेते हैं, फिर थोड़े से और डाउट्स बीच में डिस्कस कर लेंगे क्योंकि कपकेक को बनने में भी अभी टाइम लगेगा, राइट?
या श्योर दक्षिता.
Okay, so we just added oil and sugar, which is the same as all other recipes. Again, in this recipe, we'll add curd. Once you add curd, give it a good mix. Once you mix it nicely, add in your baking powder and baking soda, which is common in all recipes till now. ठीक है, इतना प्रोसेस तो सारे रेसिपीज में ही अभी तक कॉमन है. अभी आगे वाला प्रोसेस चॉकलेट वाले के लिए थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है. Just give me a second. Let's just clean up a little space so that we have area to work. Once you add your baking powder and baking soda, give it a mix and add your essence right now. So in chocolate cupcakes, normal vanilla essence goes. You do not need to get a chocolate essence. ठीक है, vanilla cupcake में आप normal vanilla essence use कर लो. Chocolate essence use करने का कोई need नहीं है. Even in vanilla essence, if you skip adding the essence, if you skip adding vanilla essence in a chocolate cupcake, it is fine. Do not freak out. ठीक है, chocolate cupcake में अगर by chance आप miss कर दो essence डालना, it is fine. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Cocoa powder has a taste to it and a smell to it. Now we'll add all-purpose flour, which is maida. And I have cocoa powder and coffee powder here. So we'll add that. If you want to make plain, chocolate wala cupcake, you can skip the coffee powder also. ठीक है, अगर plain chocolate cupcakes बनाने हैं तो आप coffee powder छोड़ भी सकते हो. Just sieve everything. Cocoa powder has a lot of lumps, so it becomes even more essential that you sieve in your ingredients. And mix up everything nicely. Now to fix this batter consistency, we'll start adding milk to it. So only 1 teaspoon of milk, add it and mix it up very nicely. Make sure there are no flour pockets. ठीक है, milk सबसे end में जाएगा and आप make sure करना कि इसमें कोई भी मैदा बैठा ना हो. आप सब कुछ अच्छे से mix कर रहे हैं. Especially the edges of the bowl. ठीक है, जो bowl के edges होते हैं ना, वहाँ पे usually मैदा settle down हो जाता है, तो वो ना हो, इसलिए edges पे भी आप अच्छे से mix कर लें. Cool. So we have this ready. We'll also line it up in our liners. If you want to add choco chips here, you can add choco chips here. If you want to add white choco chips, you can add white choco chips. कोई से भी choco chips जो आपका मर्जी है आप वो डाल सकते.
So everyone, Dakshata, can you just get it a little closer so that they all can see the consistency of the batter, as there are a lot of questions regarding it. So आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर consistency जो है batter की. This is the consistency of the batter and this is how your batter should look. आपका batter बिल्कुल ऐसे ही use होना चाहिए. I mean दिखना चाहिए. Yes. Dakshata.
Cool. Also, do not overfill your liners. सिर्फ 1/4 छोड़ना है या आधा भी भरोगे तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है, so only fill it up either 3/4 or half. Do not fill it to the rim. Okay, so I have a little of vanilla one and a little of chocolate one. So I'll just mix them both and make one cupcake. Okay, you can also make cupcakes in a similar way. If you want to make both chocolate and vanilla cupcakes, दोनों बैटर को एक साथ डाल के भी आप कपकेक बना सकते हो. I have a little of vanilla one. Cool. We are done with all our liners. Now for decoration, if you want on top, you can add choco chips. However, that decoration is not going to be visible. तो हम इसे ऐसे ही रख देंगे. ठीक है? So this goes inside for baking. Baking is the same as yesterday. However, we will just revise it once again. ठीक है? I have added rice. So last वाले में rice. ठीक है? Last liner which I have placed, in that only I haven't added rice. Also depends upon the type of liners. If your liners are of a good quality, you would not have to add rice to it. However, at places I have grease spots. That's the reason I add rice. And also I'm not sending these cupcakes across to anybody. So अगर थोड़ा सा grease line आ भी जाता है, it doesn't matter a lot to me. If you want spick and span perfect cupcakes, you can add rice to it. ठीक है? Okay, we are open for doubts for the next 5-7 minutes. We can deal with all the doubts you guys can or may have.
Okay. So somebody was asking that, ma'am, if we are using the powdered sugar, is the measurement going to change?
No. Powdered sugar ka measurement is not going to change.
Okay. And the cocoa powder that you have used here, do we have to use the dark one or the normal cocoa powder available?
So the brand which I use is Hershey's, Cadbury, and Wakefield. These are the normal cocoa powders which are available. However, there is also another kind of cocoa powder which is the Dutch processed cocoa powder or the dark cocoa powder. That turns your cupcakes a little bitter. So if you are fond of dark chocolates and all, then only go for that cocoa powder, or else Hershey's, Cadbury, or Wakefield are the best. Even Wakefield has a little bitter taste. So if you're using Wakefield, you can reduce the amount of cocoa powder you are using. Okay, the best are Hershey's and Cadbury.
Okay, and the coffee powder that you have used here, that's an instant coffee powder, right?
Yeah, from Nestle Brew, कोई सा भी जो normally मिलता.
Okay. Okay, so a lot of people have this question that, ma'am, can you please tell how to whip the whipping cream powder?
I do not have a whipping cream powder, but behind your whipping cream powder ka packet, there will be instructions which are present. I guess for every 100 gram, you need to add 15 ml of water to it. Once you add your water, give it a mix. Post mixing, keep it in fridge to cool down. Once it cools down, you just need to start whipping it up. Okay? Otherwise, just turn your packet. पीछे instructions होते हैं only for bakers will. Okay? I am not sure if there is any third brand coming out in market for whipping powder. Bakers Village has all the instructions present at the back.
Okay. Priya Jain, for your question. Dakshita, there's a question that, ma'am, if I add red color in my whipping cream, it does not become red, rather it is pink. So can you tell me if my color, there's something wrong with my color, or am I doing something wrong?
No, so this depends upon the quality of your color. If you could just let me know the brand which you are using, I might be able to help out better.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, as we have added sprinklers in the bubblegum cake, can we add a second? Okay, can we add gulkand in batter in pan cupcake?
You can.
Okay. And the cocoa powder that we have used here is the unsweetened cocoa powder, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and why have we added milk in today's batter in the last one?
Okay, it is a chocolate batter, and to fix the consistency, we've added milk. Vanilla batter is made purely out of curd, and curd has water in it. तो उसमें जरूरत नहीं पड़ता, but और there is an additional dry ingredient which is cocoa powder, which is going to balance out the cocoa powder. We are adding milk.
ओके, सो आज हम लोगों ने बैटर में मिल्क इसलिए ऐड किया था क्योंकि हम लोगों ने जैसे पहले जो वनीला वाला बैटर बना था उसमें आपने देखा था कोको पाउडर नहीं ऐड हुआ था। अब यहाँ पे हम लोग कोको पाउडर भी ऐड करने हैं तो हमारा एक और इंग्रेडिएंट बढ़ जाता है पाउडर वाला। इसके लिए हम लोगों को उसमें थोड़ा सा मिल्क ऐड करना पड़ा। तो देयर इज वन मोर क्वेश्चन कि मैम व्हाई इज इट नेसेसरी टू स्विच ऑन द फैन इन ओटीजीज?
So that the moisture inside the OTG is maintained and your cupcakes do not dry. Otherwise, you're going to end up with very dry cupcakes. Okay, just a second. Kal na, somebody was asking, ki, can we use butter instead of oil? And I had said, ki, haan, you can use it. Today, again, you can use butter. However, oil-made sponges are a lot fluffier and have a higher and are not as dry as a butter-made sponge. So if you want to replace oil with butter, consider doing it in a 50-50 ratio, 50% of oil and 50% of butter, so that oil can maintain the moisture inside your cupcakes. 100% replacement of butter, yes, can be done, but again, it is going to be a little dry. Okay? We can get back to the doubts.
ओके, सो मैं एक बार बस वो फैन वाला रिपीट कर देती हूँ। तो हम लोग अपने जो ओटीजीज होता है उसमें फैन इसलिए ऑन करते हैं ताकि हमारा जो अवन के अंदर जो हमारी मॉइस्चर है वो इजीली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो सके पूरे के पूरे हमारे ओटीजी में। अगर आप वो नहीं करेंगे तो आपका जो कपकेक या मफिन्स या जो केक बनते हैं वो बहुत ज्यादा ड्राई हो जाएंगे। इसलिए हम लोग जनरली फैन ऑन करते हैं। एंड अगर आपके में फैन नहीं है तो आप बिल्कुल कोने में एक छोटी सी बोल में आप पानी भर के रख सकते हैं ताकि अंदर का जो मॉइस्चर है वो मेंटेन हो सके एंड आपका जो अंदर जो भी आप डालो वो बहुत ज्यादा ड्राई ना हो। ओके, just a second. So somebody is asking that, ma'am, if the batter that we have made for the bubble gum cake, if it gets very thick, in order to adjust its consistency, can I add milk in that?
Yes, every time you have to adjust the consistency, you have to use milk. Okay? You cannot use curd for adjusting consistency because curd is thick. So any batter you have to adjust consistency. Not just cupcakes, even cakes, even brownies. सबके लिए your consistency fixing ingredient is milk.
ओके, सो आप जब भी कुछ भी बना रहे होंगे कपकेक केक कुछ भी बना रहे होंगे एंड अगर आपको इसकी कंसिस्टेंसी जो है वो एकदम मतलब थोड़ी सी डिस्टर्ब हो गई, थोड़ा सा थिक हो गया है, उसको वापस से आपको थोड़ा सा लाइट करना है तो आप उसमें हमेशा मिल्क ऐड करेंगे यानी दूध ऐड करेंगे, पानी नहीं, आपको दूध ऐड करना है रूम टेम्परेचर पे। ओके, तो देयर वाज वन मोर क्वेश्चन कि मैम व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एन एक्सप्रेसो एंड अ कॉफी पाउडर? Can we add the espresso also?
So, no, you can add the espresso also. There's no major difference. Ideally, espresso is black coffee, if I am not mistaken. So, यही difference है. Okay, so you can use black coffee powder also. Yeah, espresso powder.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, if we add the choco chip in the cupcake, won't it melt while baking?
You have to use non-meltable grade. There are two grades of choco chips. One is non-meltable, one is meltable. Meltable ones are usually used in muffins where we want the choco chips to melt. Cupcakes, we do not want the choco chips to melt, so use a non-meltable grade. Brand for a non-meltable grade will be Urban Brand.
Okay, so if I want to, एक second. Okay, so if I want to add brown sugar in our batter, can I use that also?
Or definitely not for the vanilla one, because vanilla cupcakes, you want them to be on the whiter side. Okay? For your choco chip or your chocolate cupcakes, you might go for a 50-50 percentage. ठीक है। व्हाइट वाले में तो वेनिला बैटर्स में तो बिल्कुल भी आप ब्राउन शुगर नहीं यूज कर सकते, नहीं तो व्हाइट नहीं बनेगा, ब्राउन साइड पे चला जाएगा वो। अगर चॉकलेट वाले में करना है तो 50-50 रेशियो में आप करके ट्राई कर सकते हैं।
Okay. So somebody is asking, ma'am, can we small eat the? एक second, Neha, can you please write it
Reframe
again?
question.
हाँ, reframe the question once again. समझ में नहीं आया था. Okay. So somebody is asking that the upper part of my cupcake becomes very sticky. Why is it happening, and how can I avoid it?
Have you used our recipe, or you asking for some other recipe? If it's happening with this recipe, one of the reasons may be you have not properly baked your cupcakes, they are still underweight. Some other recipe का हो रहा है, so there is an issue with the moisture level. मतलब you are using more fat in your recipe than what is required.
Okay. Okay, so the question was that, ma'am, can we use small eating bowls also? Like
For making your cupcakes?
Yeah, for making
In
your cupcakes.
kadhai cooker, yes. OTG mein, your bowls will not go. Even in your microwave bowls will not go. Kadhai mein, हाँ.
Okay. एक और question था.
I have somebody popping a very sweet message in middle of. So I guess she's sending on private, but there are very sweet messages coming in.
नहीं, मेरे को एक भी sweet message नहीं है, मेरे को सिर्फ questions आ रहे
होता है, उसका smaller version cupcake होता है. Difference between a cupcake and a muffin. Your muffins will never be frosted. Cupcakes are frosted. Muffins are a little drier. Cupcakes are not dry. They are very, very soft. Your muffins are a little denser. Cupcakes are not dense. And your muffins are usually less sweet. But your cupcakes are sweet. मतलब जैसा केक होता है वैसे ही cupcake. Muffins are less sweet because if you go back to the history of muffins, they are traditionally a breakfast item. Breakfast mein you do not want to eat something which is very, very sweet. So to reduce the sweetness level, muffins are not that sweet. ठीक है?
Okay.
Cool.
So somebody
2
is
minutes more for
okay.
questions. उसके बाद we'll start आगे.
Okay. So somebody is asking कि ma'am, can you please give some tips for baking the perfect cakes? And yeah, that only.
Okay. Tips for baking the perfect cake. Okay, so use the perfect liner size. Use the perfect pan size. Preheat your oven. Follow a good recipe. If you're following some recipe for the first time, or if you're following some baker for the first time and you're not very sure about the output, make a smaller batch. Do not waste a lot of ingredients. Okay? So agar that person has asked you, he take half a cup of flour, take 1/4 cup, you make cupcakes out of it, test it, कि cupcakes, are you liking your cupcakes, or there's some sugar issue. कुछ लोगों को ज़्यादा मीठा पसंद होता है, कुछ को कम पसंद होता है. So adjust your sugar accordingly. Once you find कि नहीं, now this recipe is perfect, go and make the full batch of a cake. Personally, I never ever try a recipe with cake. I always make cupcakes out of a cake batter. Test it on cupcakes क्योंकि less ingredient waste होता है मेरा, and then make a full cake out. If your cupcakes are successful, your cakes are going to be successful.
Okay. So Dakshita, you remember the question where she asked that I use red color in my whipping cream, so that becomes pinkish. So she's saying that I use the Baker's Village color, tomato red, and it's still becoming pink.
Okay, so I haven't used Baker's Village color. The color I used to use was from Magic and from Wilton. So those two brands used to give me red color. Also थोड़ा सा तो pinkish side पे ज़्यादा ही है because you're mixing it with something white, right? So yeah, it can be a little pinkish, but no, those two brands give good color. Third, now what I'm doing is I use my fresh homemade colors. and they give me a good red color. A little more amount of color is required in that, but chal jata hai. Because first it's made out of fresh ingredients, so I am not that worried about adding chemicals into my batter and frostings.
Okay. Cook
Right?
and bake, for your question, that might happen. Look, sometimes what happens, some OTGs might give you the temperature of temperature of 180 degrees or hotness of 180 degrees at 160 degrees. That is fine. If you are going to 180 degrees and your muffins are burning, but they're baking perfectly at 160 degrees, that is absolutely fine. You can bake it at 160 degrees only. You do not need to go to 180 डिग्रीज. तो अगर आपके मफिन्स 180 डिग्रीज पे जाने पे वो जल जा रहे हैं और 160 डिग्रीज पे वो परफेक्टली बेक हो जा रहे हैं, तो दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. आप 160 डिग्रीज पे ही उसको बेक करिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा उसमें.
Right. You can bake at 160. Also, one of the reasons why this is happening is your OTG is overheating. So there may be an issue with the temperature dial. How you can overcome is you can add an oven thermometer inside your है वो 200 पे नहीं था, ठीक है? So an oven thermometer helps in this. Okay. How do you get perfect cupcake tops? Not always cupcake tops are expected to be perfect. It is okay अगर ऊपर नीचे होता है, cupcakes को anyhow frost करना होता है, guys. But still, अगर you want the perfect cupcake tops, do not overfill your liners. How to make colors at home? I'll not be sharing how to make colors at home because very soon my brand of colors is going to be out in market. Okay, so that is a trade secret for me right now. Okay, and they still need approximately 2 minutes more of baking. How do I know that? Because abhi I can still see that my batter is a little sticky on top. अगर देखने से पता नहीं चलता है, do a toothpick test. So let's just show you what it is. Okay. तो हमें पता है कि अभी नहीं हुआ. Once you start baking, guys, and once you've baked your cupcakes at least 7-8 times, you will be able to look at your cupcakes and tell कि नहीं, this is still not baked or this is baked. ठीक है?
Okay. Okay, Kavita, I already answered your question like thrice. You cannot use egg in this recipe. आप इस recipe में egg नहीं use कर सकते हैं. Okay, there's a different and separate recipe for egg. Please do not use egg in this recipe. And also Dakshita, she was asking that if I replace the curd with egg, is that fine?
You can, because curd is an egg replacer here. But again, you'll have to fix in your baking soda and baking powders.
Okay. And can we use jaggery instead of sugar here?
Jaggery instead of sugar, again in the 50% ratio, yes.
Okay.
Also, not in the vanilla one because jaggery is brown. You're not going to end up with a white cupcake then. Chocolate one, yes, 50%.
Okay. So somebody is asking, just a second. Okay, so somebody is asking that, ma'am, can I use the liners in kadhai also?
Yeah, you can use liners in kadhai.
Okay. And everybody who's asking about premix, guys, you're already learning how to make your own cupcakes. Why do you want to make a cupcake using a premix? आप ऑलरेडी सीख रहे हैं कि आप कैसे कपकेक्स बना सकते हैं घर पे, तो आप प्रीमिक्स से कपकेक्स क्यों बनाना चाहते हैं? नॉर्मली इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं, आप बना सकते हो.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just went out to take the whipping cream. So again, we have whipping cream here. Let's just quickly revise how to make your how to bake them. And uske baad let's move to whipping them up. GMS powder, I do not prefer using GMS powder. The whole motive of making your cupcake at home and not getting them from a bakery is to use natural ingredients. Using GMS powder and all just destroys the entire purpose of making your cupcake. Right? Especially if you guys are home bakers or if I have any home baker out here in this workshop, there's an underlying, customer belief that you are not going to use GMS, you are not going to use premixes, you're not going to use margarine into your baked products. So if you're a home baker, please never do that. Okay, Baki, if you're baking it for your home, guys, do use karna. Use the natural ingredients, and I promise, अच्छा बनता है. They are soft, they are not hard, they are not dense. Okay. Cool. Let's quickly revise the baking part. If you want to bake these in OTG, both your rods on, press your pan on 180 degrees, keep in the middle rack, preheat for 10 minutes, bake for 20-22 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, maximum 20 to 28 minutes हो जाता है, depending upon your oven temperature. ठीक है? Clear with the OTG baking? दोनों rods on, fan on, 180 degrees, बीच वाले rack में bake करना है. और टाइम प्री हीटिंग का 10 मिनट, बेक करने का 15 से 20 मिनट, 22 मिनट भी हो सकता है. क्लियर गाइस?
Yes, I think that's clear till now.
Microwave baking, you need a convection mode. No baking in the simple microwave, that is only meant for reheating, not for baking. So convection mode wala microwave, you have to preheat your microwave again for 7.5 minutes. If it has an auto temperature setting 180 degrees, keep your cupcakes inside, bake for 22 to 25 minutes. Please be around your cupcakes post 12 minutes. ठीक है, 12 मिनट के बाद प्लीज अपने कपकेक्स के पास रहना. टाइम 7.5 मिनट्स का है. अपना प्री हीटिंग का अगर ऑटो टेम्परेचर सेटिंग है तो 180 डिग्री. कन्वेक्शन मोड चाहिए ही चाहिए अपने माइक्रोवेव में. Cool. Clear with microwave baking, guys?
Okay, I feel like it's clear now. We can move to the gas one.
Okay, so your last is your gas baking. For a gas baking, for cupcakes especially, I prefer using a kadhai. In your kadhai, just add a little water in the base. Keep an iron stand on top of it. Cover it with a lid for at least 12 minutes. Preheat your kadhai in this way. Remove the lid. Keep your cupcake stand or keep a plate with your cupcake liners on it. अगर आप plate use कर रहे हो तो just use a silicone mold. ठीक है, your paper liners will not stand in a plate. Paper liners के लिए you need a cupcake mold. So keep your tin inside, again cover it up, bake for 20 to 25 minutes. Do a toothpick test before you take them out.
Okay, so one more thing, guys. We have already answered a lot of questions that are already coming today. Like my tin is getting very greased up. What can I do? Then I'm getting questions regarding if I can use premix. How am I supposed to frost my cake? Then I'm getting loads of questions which we have already answered yesterday. So I will please request you to watch the recordings once. And like there was one question constantly coming that how many cupcakes are we going to make from the batter that has been given to us, like in the measurement, which was already answered yesterday, that you might be able to make around 3 to 4 cupcakes depending on the size of your cupcake. If you're making the small ones, you might be able to make 4 of them. If you are making like a little big ones, then you might be able to make around 3 cupcakes in that. तो अगर आप छोटे वाले बना रहे हो तो आप 4 से 5 बना लोगे. अगर आप थोड़े बड़े वाले बना रहे हैं तो अराउंड 3 कपकेक्स आप बना सकेंगे जो हमने मेजरमेंट दिया है पीडीएफ में. ओके और
I have halved all these recipes. Again, कल जो हमने second recipe बनाई थी, Oreo one and these chocolate ones will give you 6 full cupcakes. Your buttergum one and your mojito ones will give you 2 to 3 cupcakes. Right?
okay, so there were a few more questions. Somebody was asking that, ma'am, I'm just a beginner as a home baker, but I still get 3 to 4 orders of cake per day. Which oven should I get? Can you please suggest me some?
Get a Morphe Richard one. 52 liters should be good enough.
Okay. Somebody is asking that, ma'am, my espresso cupcake tastes like chocolate cupcakes. Why is it so?
That's fine because we haven't given a lot of coffee powder measurement to you guys. If you like your coffee strong and want a strong coffee flavor in your cupcakes, increase the amount of coffee powder which you adding. Okay. Okay. So in one of these, I did not had rice. In the rest of them, I had rice. This is the difference between the two. बहुत ज़्यादा difference नहीं लगेगा आपको. Right? There's not a lot of difference, just a little difference. So if this difference matters, you can add rice. If it does not matter, so just bake it as it is.
Okay. So there were a few more questions.
Give me a second. मतलब let's थोड़ा सा आगे move भी करते हैं क्योंकि time भी होने वाला
Sure.
है ना?
Yeah, sure.
Let's frost two of them. तो frosting के लिए ठंडा करना पड़ेगा. I do not have extra cupcakes today, so I'll just keep these cupcakes in fridge to cool down. Do not keep your cupcakes in fridge to cool if you have time. Please let them come down to room temperature at room only. Okay? तो अगर टाइम है तो प्लीज फ्रिज में मत रखना एंड रूम टेम्परेचर पे ही उनको मतलब रूम में रखी ही उन्हें रूम टेम्परेचर पे आने देना which is going to take around for 10 minutes in the fridge. ठीक है अभी I cannot हाँ so right. We have to start frosting them up, so you need an electric heater for frosting. If you do not like whipping cream frosting, you can use ganache or you can also use buttercream frosting.
So अगर आप whipping cream की frosting नहीं चाहते हैं, मतलब आपको लग रहा है कि whipping cream के अलावा मुझे किसी चीज की frosting करनी है, तो आप गनाश या buttercream की icing कर सकते हैं अपने cupcakes के ऊपर. Okay. Reema, for your question, you are going to keep the bowl of water inside during the preheat and also while you're baking, and you're going to keep it like on the racks that are there in the OTG. OTG में जो racks होते हैं, आप उनके ऊपर ही अपना वो रख सकते हैं bowl of water, और जब आप preheat कर रहे होंगे तब भी रखिए, and जब आप bake करेंगी तब भी रख सकती हैं. Second question that I can see a lot coming is that if we can whip the whipping cream using hand beater. So we won't suggest you to beat using a hand beater, because in that case your whipping cream is going to be out for a longer period of duration, for a longer period of time, and which might result in which will not make which will result in your whipping cream getting a little warm, right? It will not be chilled. And as it will say कि क्या हम whipping cream को hand beater के help से beat कर सकते हैं, तो नहीं, प्लीज ऐसा मत करिएगा, क्योंकि उससे आपको ज्यादा टाइम लगेगा अपने whipping cream को whip करने में, और जितनी देर तक आपकी whipping cream बाहर रहेगी वो उतनी जल्दी गर्म होती रहेगी. मतलब जब whipping cream ठंडी होती है वो तभी अच्छे से whip होती है, तो जब आप उसको बाहर रखोगे, जितना टाइम बाहर रखोगे वो उतना ज्यादा गर्म होती जाएगी, और जैसे जैसे वो गर्म होती जाएगी वो विप होना बंद हो जाएगी. इसीलिए ये बोला जाता है कि आप प्रॉपर जो बीटर्स होते हैं उन्हीं को यूज करें अपने विपिंग क्रीम को विप करने के लिए, ना कि हैंड बीटर्स.
Okay. So now I am using a closed rosette nozzle today. Okay, this I don't think it would be visible. So this is the nozzle we are using today.
Dakshita, you can keep a hand at the back towards the kit. Yeah.
Okay, this is the rosette we are using. Can we use Amul fresh cream? That will not whip up, guys. For whipping, your whipping cream needs at least 42 to 45% of fat. Your Amul cream has only approximately 30% of fat. That will not whip up. If I were to frost the chocolate cupcakes, I would have just done a direct frosting, but I am doing the bubblegum frosting. So, how do you frost your cupcakes with two colors? Keep a nozzle I have blue color here and pink color here. Okay. On a toothpick, or you can use a skewer, you can use any large stick for doing this. And I'll just alternately run these sticks across my piping bag. Okay, so we need more color. I guess I am. If you want, you can also just single color your frosting and go ahead with frosting it up. So let's just take our pink color. Also, I'll use another color. ये हाथ पे लग रहा है. And I'm going to end up with blue hands. Okay, so I have my pink color here. I'll just open this piping bag, place it here, open it up. Okay, and just randomly draw lines of pink color across the entire piping bag. किसी भी रैंडम तरीके से ड्रॉ कर दो लाइंस, कोई इसका मैथ्स नहीं है कि कैसे ड्रॉ होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, सो ऐसे ही हम ब्लू कलर का भी कर लेंगे. सो टेक माय ब्लू कलर and again just draw lines in between those pink color lines. Cool. Once you've drawn these lines, we'll start by adding our whipping cream to it. With a very light hand work once your whipping cream is done. बहुत ही हल्के हाथों से आपने उसे उठा के अपने पाइपिंग बैग में डालना है, नहीं तो सारा हवा इसका निकल जाए. Okay, so do this with a very light hand, or else all your air incorporated is going to lose, or is going to get out. Okay, pick up your piping bag. You have all these lines here. Can you see the line? Saloni,
Yes,
aaj aapka koi
Dakshita.
question hai?
I know, Dakshita, you were teaching. That is why I wasn't answering. I was busy answering on the YouTube. So wo, I'm answering. I'll answer both the ways. Please have some patience. Yes, Dakshita.
So you could see those lines. Abhi, we'll start by crossing it. So you will see double colors coming out. Okay, so let's start
Dakshita?
crossing it and we can show it in the.
Dakshita, one more question. The colors that you're using, they are gel colors, right?
Yeah, these are homemade gel colors. Can you see the pink and blue line? हल्का सा pink है और blue है. Saloni, is it visible?
Yes, yes, Dakshita, it is visible.
Yeah. So this is how you can get a double color frosting. If you don't want a double color frosting, go ahead and just frost it with a single color. So, yep. Some whipping cream brands. Your whipping cream brands are, Rich, Silver Mark, Golden Mark, Tropilite. Here you go. Also, so I had a lot of free time tonight and I made these waffles at home. Chocolate cigars or wafers, whatever you call them. So I'll just add it on top and that's it. You have your cupcake ready.
Wow, this looks so nice.
Cool. So ऊपर से how you're decorating is your choice, guys. अभी I can tell hundreds of it, but please unleash your creativity and start decorating your cupcakes. ठीक है? चॉकलेट वेफर का जो रेसिपी है जो अभी हमने उसके ऊपर रखा, that is still not uploaded neither on my YouTube channel, neither on my Insta page. I will soon upload it, probably in this week. So if you're following me, you can get to know it. If you're not following me, so please follow Gallo. Cool. Yeah, we are done with the entire session. Any doubts? We can deal with them for 2 minutes or anything else.
Yes.
If you want to store your cupcakes, store them in a fridge. You can store them for 2 days. If they're frosted, for 4 days if they're not. Okay?
Arav, please थोड़ा सा patience रखो यार. What is this?
क्या क्वेश्चन है उसका? Let's just deal with this question. उसमें मुझे बहुत सारे please.
मैम मेरा OTG जो है अगर वो छोटा है तो उसमें मैं दोनों ऑन कर सकती हूँ.
हाँ, कितना ही बड़ा हो कितना ही छोटा हो दोनों रॉड ऑन रखना. आपके OTG के साइज पे आपका बेकिंग मोड नहीं डिपेंड करता है. आपके OTG के साइज पे सिर्फ टाइम डिपेंड करता है. छोटे OTG में जल्दी गर्म हो जाता है, जल्दी बेक हो जाती हैं चीजें. बड़े OTG में टाइम ज्यादा लगता है हीट होने में, तो थोड़ा टाइम ज्यादा लगता है बेक. OTG साइज के ऊपर बेकिंग मोड नहीं डिपेंड करता. ठीक है?
Okay. So okay. So there are a few more questions. Ma'am, last time when I baked my cake, it was properly baked from the side, but it was raw in the middle. Where was I? What was my mistake in this?
Nothing. This your cake needed more time to bake. आपके sides हमेशा ही पहले bake होंगे. Your sides are always baked first. Your center takes the most time to bake. And there is an entire science behind it. ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि this is your tin. Your tin becomes hot. Your sides are in contact with that tin. They are obviously going to bake faster. Your base is going to bake fast. Only the center place is the area which is not in contact with anything, right? So you need more time to bake that.
Okay. There was one more question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ma'am, you are going to fill your tin for 3/4 part only. You are going to leave the other half for it to rise. Okay?
Yeah.
आप अपने tin को सिर्फ 3/4 तक ही वो करेंगे, उसके बाद फिर आप छोड़ देंगे. Okay. And guys, the colors that Dakshita has used, she has made them at home. They are homemade gel colors. So if you want to buy gel colors, they'll be already listed on the app. You can check them there. आप ऐप पे चेक कर सकते हैं, वहाँ पे आपको मिल जाएगा. Okay?
ऐप पे आप चेक कर लो, वहाँ पे या फिर other brands are Magic and Chef Master or Wilton. By July end, August start, even our colors will be out for purchase. We'll send a link to everybody if you want to purchase them. Okay, there is a difference between the bakery made sponges and the sponges which you make at home. Bakery made sponges has a lot of baking powder and baking soda going in, which does not, so बहुत ज़्यादा फूल जाता है, but उसके अंदर stuff नहीं होता. You don't have ingredients inside it. Also, bakery uses margarine. They do not use butter or oil for making of their sponges, क्योंकि obviously higher profits. But if you're a home baker and if you order from any home baker, you'll find a similar sponge. Do you store them in airtight containers? If you've not frosted them, yes, you can store them in airtight containers. If you've frosted them, you would need a bigger container, but आप तब भी उसे airtight container में कर सकते हो. ठीक है?
Okay.
It's already staged. So, right. So there's what is your channel name? My YouTube channel name is present on my Instagram. If you're following me on Instagram, bio पर है मेरा channel. It's by the name of the Sugar Biscuit. Okay. Saloni, would you like to just share your screen and share this PDF and all that?
Yes, sure.
Yeah,
I will
there are a few other doubts which you want to clear.
Yeah, just there are a few more. Okay, Kavita, for your question, you are not going to use liquid food colors. you're always going to use gel colors, because if you use liquid colors in whipping cream, they will hamper the consistency of your they will hamper the consistency. Okay, आपकी consistency जो होती है उसको वो के लिए, if in case आप एक नया hand beater खरीद रही है, if you're buying a new hand beater, you can go with Philips hand beater of 300 watts. Otherwise, if you have a hand beater of 500 watts, that is absolutely perfect. And you will need lesser time. You will be able to whip your cream in lesser time compared to others. Okay. मैम, आपका जो टेबल स्पून वाला क्वेश्चन मैंने अभी आंसर किया था, जो टेबल स्पून होते हैं ना, उसमें अगर आप नीचे की तरफ उसको पलट के देखिएगा, नीचे की तरफ उसमें टीस्पून्स भी लिखा होता है कि आप उसको कहाँ तक भरोगे तो वो इतना टीस्पून हो जाएगा। तो अगर आप अपने टेबल स्पून को टर्न करके देखना, मेरा वाला जो टेबल स्पून है उसमें तो लिखा हुआ है, मैंने जितने देखे हैं उसमें लिखा होता है, आप टर्न करोगे तो नीचे साइड लिखा होता है उसमें टीस्पून का भी क्वांटिटी, तो आप वो चेक कर सकते हैं।
Otherwise, if you do not have it, over group add center text. I'll repeat: 1/8 teaspoon, 2 pinches, 1/4 teaspoon, 4 pinches. ऐसे करके आप मल्टीप्लाई करते रहो और आपको मिल जाएगा। Saloni, are there more questions? I need to go to another meeting.
Yeah, there are few questions, but
we
I think
can discuss them on the group, no?
Exactly, we will be taking them on the group. I will quickly just show them that from where they will get the certificates and everything. Okay.
Right. Also, somebody texting फिर से Instagram name नहीं सुनाई दिया था. Instagram name the recipe rounder, YouTube वाला नाम Sugar Bistro. If you just follow me on Instagram, bio में ही YouTube channel है, आप follow कर लो वहाँ पे. Also guys, please give a review to Pankhuri app over their Play Store. Obviously it helps us grow. And कल बहुत सारे reviews तो नहीं आए थे base. Saloni, did you get reviews on the Pankhuri app ka Play Store?
I did not get any kind of reviews.
Please send us a review. Please send us a review. It helps us as an instructor and Pankhuri as a platform grow. Okay? Obviously, we're learning amazing recipes out there from other bakers also. Is class giving. The only expectation from us is to please send us a review from your side. If you don't have Instagram, that is fine. That's okay. ठीक है, but बहुत लोगों के पास होगा. Please Instagram पे जाके या Play Store पे जाके drop us a review. कहाँ मिलेगा Instagram ID and कहाँ सब होगा वो अभी Saloni is sharing us.
Yes, अभी मैं जल्दी से शेयर करके आपको दिखा देती हूँ. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. So I have shared my screen. Dakshita, is my screen visible?
Yep, it is.
Okay. So you're going to do the same thing. That means you're going to open your Pankhuri app. आप Pankhuri app open करेंगे. You will find 3 lines at the bottom of the app. आपको app में सबसे नीचे 3 lines दिख जाएंगी. You will click on that. You will find an option called as orders and bookings. आपको orders and bookings का एक option दिखेगा. आप उस पे click करिए. Once you will click on orders and bookings, you will be able to see your course. आपको आपका course दिख जाएगा. उस पे click करिए. Once you will click on your course, you will be able to see an option called as download certificates. You will click on download certificates and you will be able to get your certificates. Certificates के लिए आप download certificate पे click करके certificate download कर सकते हैं. For asking your question and queries, you can just go to course group and you will be able to ask all of them. जो भी आपकी question और queries है वो आप go to course group में जाके पूछ सकते हैं. For your recordings, you can just click on view recordings and you'll be able to watch the recording. And I could see a lot of comments there that we are not able to, that the recordings are yet not uploaded. So I will quickly show you that if the recordings are uploaded or not. तो मुझे बहुत सारे कमेंट्स वहाँ पे दिख रहे थे कि रिकॉर्डिंग अभी अपलोड नहीं हुई है, तो हम एक बार चेक भी कर लेते हैं कि रिकॉर्डिंग अपलोड हुई है या नहीं. तो आप ऐसे रिकॉर्डिंग वाले पे क्लिक करोगे, आप फर्स्ट डे वाली रिकॉर्डिंग पे क्लिक करेंगे, आप यू विल क्लिक ऑन द फर्स्ट डे रिकॉर्डिंग्स एंड यू कैन सी दैट द रिकॉर्डिंग इज ऑलरेडी अपलोडेड ऑन द ऐप. जो रिकॉर्डिंग है वो ऐप पे ऑलरेडी अपडेट हो गई है. ओके, ओपन करेंगे, पूरा का पूरा पीडीएफ जो है वो आपके सामने खुल जाएगा. द होल पीडीएफ विल बी राइट हियर एंड यू विल बी एबल टू सी ऑल ऑफ इट. सारा का सारा पीडीएफ यहाँ पे खुल जाएगा एंड आप उसको देख सकते हैं. ओके, After that, all the products are also uploaded here, so you can check them out. सारे के सारे products यहाँ पे already uploaded हैं, आप उसको भी देख सकते हैं. Okay? And there are a lot of courses coming up. बहुत सारे courses भी आ रहे हैं, तो अगर आप चाहें तो हमें उन सारे courses में join कर सकते हैं. There are loads and loads of courses coming up, so if you want, you can join us there too. Okay?
Sir, वो Instagram वाला भी can please tell them.
I'm sorry. I will quickly tell them.
That's okay. उसी पे आई शो कि वहाँ पे कहाँ से आपको दूसरा चैनल भी पता चले. ठीक है, एवरीथिंग ओवर द पंखुड़ी ऐप इटसेल्फ.
तो अब अगर आपको दक्षता को इंस्टाग्राम पे फॉलो करना है तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं. इफ यू वांट टू फॉलो दक्षता ऑन इंस्टाग्राम, यू आर जस्ट गोइंग टू क्लिक ऑन हर पिक्चर. आप उसकी पिक्चर पे क्लिक करेंगे and here you can see she has already uploaded her Instagram profile. You can just click on her Instagram profile and you will be able to follow her. आप उनको फॉलो करने के लिए इंस्टाग्राम प्रोफाइल पे आप उनकी बस प्रोफाइल पे जाइए, पंखुड़ी प्रोफाइल पे, वहां पे उन्होंने अपना इंस्टाग्राम डाल के रखा है, आप उनको फॉलो कर सकते हैं. एंड if you want, you can follow her on the Pankhuri app too. She keeps on uploading a lot of things and you can learn it from here. और
All these recipes, जितने भी रेसिपीज पंखुड़ी ऐप पर अब भी दिख रहे हैं, ऑलमोस्ट सबका रेसिपीज यू कैन फाइंड ऑन माय वीडियो आल्सो.
Yes. So I hope that everything is clear now, and I hope that you all have liked and loved the session. If you have, please go on Google Play Store and rate us, because that's really important. I know I have been saying this from the starting of the class since yesterday, but please try to understand. Go on Google Play Store and rate us. अगर आपको session अच्छा लग रहा है तो please Google Play Store पे जाके हमें rate करिए, because वो बहुत ज़्यादा important होता है हमारे लिए. Okay?
Thank you so much guys for joining, and I am looking forward कि I read a lot of reviews on my Insta, and I get a message from Saloni कि we got a lot of reviews on the Play Store app also. ठीक है, are we going to get reviews guys? Thumbs up या yes लिख के बस एक बार confirm कर दो. Should we wait for your reviews?
Yeah. Can you all confirm that you're going to rate us on Google Play Store? सभी हमें rate करेंगे.
दोनों. Right? Yes, thumbs up कुछ भी, and then I'll be looking forward to both the reviews.
That is so great. I feel like okay, I can see 3 people that they are going to review. One is Poonam, one is Ashwini, one is Bilkesh. I feel like there are few people who are going to review us. Please guys, review us. That's really important for us. हमारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा important है.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Anita. I am looking forward to hear these reviews up. So I'll just keep on sitting with my Instagram open and see किस किसने follow किया, किस किसने review डाला. अब तो मैं यही देखने वाली हूँ पूरा रात.
मैं भी यही देखूंगी. मैं प्ले स्टोर पे देखूंगी कि कौन कौन हमें रिव्यू कर रहा है. हमें चाहिए ओके, हमने अब इतना अच्छा सेशन लेके आया, अब हमें प्ले स्टोर पे रिव्यूज चाहिए बस. वी आर डन. हो गया, हमें रिव्यू चाहिए.
Thank you so much guys. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm looking forward to hear those reviews and see you in another session of Cupcakes.
Thank you, Dakshita. Thank you, everyone. And I hope to see you all in some other courses. Till then, bye-bye. Take care and have a great day, everyone. Bye.